What is going on, everybody? How's it going today? Happy Saturday to everybody. It is time for the Twitch Battle League Season 12, Week 2. It is the day before Super Bowl 60, but that does not mean that Pokemon battling is going to be taking a backseat because we've got a heated matchup here in the Violet Conference. It's going to be the Palatown Paladins, coached by Finfin, going up against the Venus Weedusaur, coached by Boyd. As you guys can see, we've got the teams on the stream right now that you guys can check out. We're going to start by looking at the Palatown Paladins. They are currently tied for 4th in the Violet Conference with the London Shockwave. And both teams last week, in the Palatown Paladins and the London Shockwave, they both took 2-0 losses in the differential. However, they both got a point. As you guys know, with the Twitch Battle League, we go by the records, but then we also have points based on your record. If you guys win 4-0 or better, you guys will win 3 points on top of your victory. If you win 3-0 or closer, you get 2 points. If you lose 0-2 or closer, you get 1 point. And then if you lose 0-3 or greater, you get 0 points. So right now, the Palatown Paladins, they have the tiebreaker over the London Shockwave by record and differential, which is very interesting and very easily could come back to make it more tough on the London Shockwave. And we're going to look at their team real quick. They have that Iron Treads, the Glamora, Incineroar, Florges, Annihilate, Mew, Alomomola, and because they did not take an S-tier Pokemon, they were entitled to a 3rd Terra Captain, which their 3 Terra Captains are going to be Kilowattrel, Gyarados, and Ambipom. And right off rip, this is going to be very interesting for the Venus Weedusaur because outside of their own Venusaur, their signature Pokemon, their mascot, they do not have a grounded poison type to remove the toxic spikes of the Glamora. Now, they do have Rapid Spin on the Regieleki if they so chose to go Rapid Spin. They also do have access to Rapid Spin on something like that Torkoal, and I believe Braviary gets access to Defog still. I might be blanking on that with Braviary, but at the same time, there's an Iron Treads on the Palatown Paladin side, which is great against the Enamorous Therian. It is great against the Regieleki. It is great against the Blaziken if there is no speed boosts up. And it kind of can do good against the Venusaur on Boyd's team here. And then looking at the rest of the team, you got Annihilate. We all know how busted Rage Fist can be. Rage Fist is absolutely busted with Annihilate, especially with the potential for defog on something like that Braviary, or even just getting a lucky stat drop here or there from Boyd's team, and suddenly that Annihilate would defy him. It is going absolutely crazy with +2 Rage Fists right off rip. Florges, I honestly don't know much about Florges. I know it's very specially defensive personally. I think it gets access to like I know it gets access to Moonblast and Calm Mind and Giga Drain and stuff like that. You know, stuff like what should be a Grass Fairy type, but it's just a pure Fairy type. And if Finfin decides to bring Florges, I wonder if he would go with the Red Flower or just go with his team coloration and just pick the Blue Flower or even the White Flower for that Togetic. We all know about Mew. Mew is a wild card. It can literally be anything on planet Earth and planet Pokemon for that matter. Alomomola, I will be completely honest, I did not understand Alomomola until probably the last 2 months, in which case I have learned that Mon can be absolutely stupidly bulky and absolutely stupidly busted on the right setup. With access to Regenerator, it's got good recovery and flip turn. That Mon is just absolutely crazy. And then From the VGC side, I mean, let's be real. We all know about Incineroar. We all know how great Incineroar is. Incineroar is goated. Access to Intimidate on a team like Boyd's actually bodes well against stuff like the Blaziken, the Landorus Therian, the Roaring Moon, and a little bit the Braviary, because Braviary, while it can get intimidated, it, like Annihilate, has the Defiant ability. So it's possible that Defiant could be activated and suddenly an Intimidate from the Incineroar, and the Braviary is at +1 on its physical attack with access to moves like Superpower. And then looking at the Terra Captains on Finfin's side, Kilowattrel, very interesting choice. Electric Flying, not terrible, but it does have a great speed stat, a good special attack stat, access to Competitive, which, if there's a special attack drop, suddenly it's got a special attack boost. Access to Terra Blast, and I think it gets Weather Ball, so that could be very interesting in a matchup like this. Ambipom gets access to Technician. That'd be funny, see a Terra Normal Fake Out and then a Terra Normal Last Resort, because Ambipom is a very fast Pokemon. And then the Gyarados, it gets access to Intimidate. It's very good in singles with Moxie, if something like a Choice Scarf or after a Dragon Dance. Could be interesting. So I wonder how Finfin would opt to go into this match, because naturally he wants to win. He wants to get a win. He also wants to put pressure on the rest of the Violet Conference. And if he wants to get through that, he's got to get through Boyd, who took a loss last week, 0-1. But they're 0-1, but they took a 3-0 loss last week. So they didn't get any points, but given how it's -3, but you get no points for a loss of 0-3 or greater, that stands to reason that last week Boyd went with his differential week, which would mean that in week 1 Boyd went by differential, and that's why you see he got -3 points instead of... Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's just differential. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong spot. He did get 0 points. I'm looking at the wrong spot. But looking at Boyd's team, he's got the Walking Wake, he's got the Blaziken, he's got the Landorus Therian, Roaring Moon, Regieleki, Orkle, Venusaur, Braviary, Enamorous Therian, and Bronzong. So Boyd has either a really fast team in the Regieleki, the Roaring Moon, the Walking Wake, and the Venusaur, even though Walking Wake, Roaring Moon, and Venusaur need Torkoal to really get set up with the Drought ability, setting up the Sun and activating Photosynthesis on, say, the Roaring Moon and the Walking Wake. But he also has a Trick Room mode with something like the Landorus Therian, the Enamorous Therian, and the Bronzong, which could set up the Torkoal if Torkoal wants to go for something like an Eruption in the Sun in Trick Room, in which case it would be taking hits for days. It would just be destroying Pokemon on Finfin's side. Even through the resists, it would be chunking them for probably about half their HP on everything not named Alomomola. But like Finfin, because he didn't take an S tier Pokemon, he got 3 Terra Captains, Boyd did. He's using it on the Braviary, the Enamorous Therian, and the Venusaur. Venusaur with Chlorophyll, I believe, will be faster than everything on Finfin's team outside of... I'm gonna assume Booster Energy on the Iron Shreds, because I believe Iron Shreds is base 106 speed. So with a Booster Energy, it's possible that Iron Shreds will still outspeed Venusaur. And then maybe the Ambipom with something like Last Resort could still be faster than the Venusaur in the Sun. But then looking at the rest of Boyd's team, I mean, Blaziken, when it was coming to the draft time, ladies and gentlemen, we all were just... most people weren't really looking at Blaziken, and then Goldoa literally said before the draft, okay, Blaziken is B tier. Someone draft the chicken, please. And Boyd said, okay, I'll draft the chicken. And now he has a chicken, which in theory could do some work against Finfin's team. If it gets a speed boost up, it's suddenly faster than pretty much everything on Finn's team. It has great coverage against the Iron Treads, the Incineroar, the Ambipom if it doesn't terrastalize. I believe it gets Earthquake. So if it does get Earthquake, it's got a way around the Glamora. Access to Flare Blitz in the sun can really do damage to something like the Florges. And I believe Brave Bird with the Life Orb probably can KO Annihilate, depending on the build from Blaziken. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of a set Boyd tries to bring for that. But I think I have rambled on way too much, so I'm going to let these guys know that they are ready for a battle and we can give you guys some good content. We're going to see that the teams are on the screen right now, so you guys will see that Finfin has opted to bring the Iron Treads, the Incineroar, the Glamora, the Alomomola, the Annihilate, and the Ambipom. Meanwhile, Boyd is bringing the Walking Wake, the Roaring Moon, Torkoal, Venusaur, Enamorous Therian, and the Bronzong. So, at first glance, Boyd has brought two of his Terra Captains in Enamorous Therian and Venusaur. Meanwhile, Finfin has only brought one Terra Captain, and that is going to be the Ambipom here. So, it'll be very interesting to see who goes for the Terra first here and who decides just to play the long game, play the waiting game here about whether or not I want to terrestrialize my Pokemon first as opposed to just going for raw damage here. And we are just waiting around for our trainers to get a head start here on the match. And I'll just spoil it right now. Random trainer battle. That doesn't seem like a good theme here. So chat, I want to know, even though we're going to be hearing it, chat, I want to know, what is your go-to trainer theme when you are battling? Is it something like Cassiopeia, or is it the Ogerpon theme? Let me know in the chat. While we see how Finfin is potentially going to lead here, and we're going to see how Boyd goes as well. We're seeing that, we're seeing all of Finn's Pokemon and their items, but I will say that we do have Boyd's team as well. The Venusaur and Walking Wake are carrying the Life Orb. We've got two choice items in Roaring Moon with Choice Band, Enamorous Therian with Choice Specs. Bronzong has a Mental Herb, and Torkoal is rocking the Heat Rock to really extend the duration of Sunny Day. And we're going to see the lead is going to be Bronzong for Boyd and Ambipom for Finfin here. So at first glance, Finfin could go for something just like a raw fake out here. Just get a little bit of damage into the Bronzong, because Bronzong, I mean, it's a resisted hit, but it's still going to put in a little bit of work here, I would say, just to make sure that everything goes out here without a cinch. And we're going to see a terrestrialization on turn one here. Finfin is just going to terrestrialize Ambipom into a pure normal type. So this is going to be a pure normal type fake out here from Ambipom on the first turn. And even more so, it's being boosted by the Silk Scarf here, which gives it a little bit of extra power. And Bronzong takes that relatively well outside of the resisted hit. Did about maybe 10 to 12% there. So while it's not a whole lot of damage, it's enough. We're going to see Knockoff come out here, do good damage into the Bronzong, bring it under 50%, and reveal the Mental Herb. And Bronzong going for the Stealth Rock here, getting up those Stealth Rocks to make sure that Ambipom cannot switch in without taking a little bit of damage here. And we're going to see U-turn as the next move of choice. Just get Ambipom out of this very interesting predicament here. I mean, we saw that the Terra Normal Fake Out did about 10%, which makes you wonder if maybe a Terra Normal Silk Scarf Double Edge could have maybe come close to knocking out. We're going to see the Stones dig into the Iron Treads here while Bronzong twists the dimension. So Trick Room has officially activated here, and for the next 4 turns, the Bronzong and pretty much everything on Boyd's team will be faster than everything on Finfin's team. We're going to see Steel Beam as the move of choice here. It's going to do big damage into the Iron Treads through the resist, but more importantly, the Steel Beam will do 50% recoil damage, knocking out Bronzong here. And now the Iron Treads can't go for the rapid spin because it couldn't attack a target. So that is huge right there. Rocks are going to stay up for the remaining few turns of this Trick Room here because Boyd going for the sacrifice here. Now, because he went for the sacrifice, no Pokemon gets credited with a kill, but Bronzong will go down and it will register as a death. So the first death of this game is Bronzong to its own merit. And now in comes that Enamorous Therian here. Enamorous Therian, a very slow Pokemon, but it has a huge special attack stat. And with those choice specs on, it can just go for a huge move like a Earth Power or a Mystical Fire here, if it so chose. And you have to wonder what the move of choice would be from this Enamorous Therian here, if it would be one of those, because once it locks into a move, it's locked in for these next couple of turns. Finfin opting to switch out Iron Treads here, reveal the Alomomola, who takes damage there, and this is going to be a Terastallization from Boyd. So Boyd is opting to go big or go home here. This is a Terra Fairy Enamorous Therian inside a Trick Room with the Moon Blast here. And this is going to do huge damage to Alomomola here. Alomomola does have that Assault Vest, but it still does incredible damage to Alomomola here. So now Finfin has to wonder, I've got 2 turns left to Trick Room, and I gotta get rid of these rocks, but I also need Alomomola to stay around. What am I gonna do here? Whatever I bring in is going to take some damage. It's going to take a big hit from this Enamorous. Do I go for the turn, or do I just go and switch my Pokemon out here and sack off the Alomomola? Oh man, this is going to be a very interesting decision here for Finfin, whether or not he wants to keep Alomomola or if he's going to go and just take damage on one of his other Pokemon here. And it looks like with 5 seconds left, I think Finfin is about to, he's about to time out here. Yeah, he timed out. He timed out, so this is Moon Blast. Respects Terra Fairy. Alomomola is down. So Alomomola goes down, but this is the last turn of Trick Room here. And more importantly, you can bring in something like that Ambipom here and go for a Terra Normal Fake Out here potentially, and just stall out this last turn of Trick Room, because now that Bronzong is off the battlefield, Trick Room can never go out again. Here comes that Terra Normal Choice Scarf or Silk Scarf Technician, huge damage into Enamorous, but more importantly, there's the dimensions returning to normal. So now it's going to be very interesting on this turn, because you could go for something like a Silk Scarf boosted Double Edge with the Terra Fairy and probably knock out the Enamorous here. And I think that's what Finfin is going for. He's going for that Double Edge. Enamorous is down. The Enamorous Therian is down. The Terra Captain is down for the Venus Weediosaur. And that is a big threat off the field. Now, Boyd probably did the same thing that Finfin did with Alomomola there. Probably just said, you know, my Pokemon are modestly okay here. I don't think I need Enamorous anymore in this battle, so I'm just going to let it go down here. But now it remains to be seen what the next Pokemon is going to be, because we see Torkoal has come onto the field, And because it has that heat rock, the Venusaur now has the chlorophyll activated. The Roaring Moon and the Walking Wake will both have their photosynthesis activated here. So it remains to be seen what's going to go on here, because Torkoal could even go for something like a Yawn here. And we're going to see that Glamora is the Pokemon of choice here. And there is the Yawn. So Yawn is the move of choice on the Glamora. So Glamora, it's gonna be drowsy right now. Oh, I don't know about this one. I mean, you could go for something like a Spikes or a Stealth Rock here and just let your Glamora go down here. But at the same time, the Torkoal on Boyd's side does have access to Earth Power. So you could go for the Earth Power here. Glamora just going for damage into the Torkoal. Actually knocks it out in one hit with the Power Gem here. And that is a max HP Torkoal that just went down to this Glamora. Wow, that is big. So Torkoal is down. The Heat Rock will keep Drought up for, I believe, 6 more turns after this. We're going to see Venusaur come out here. It's going to show that well, it won't really show that Chlorophyll is active, but Chlorophyll is active. Let's just put it out there. Chlorophyll is active. We're going to see Glamora switch out here instead of taking any move from the Venusaur here, and Incineroar coming out onto the field, lowering the physical attack of Venusaur, who just goes for growth, actually. And because it's the harsh sunlight, growth doesn't give a +1 to attack and special attack. It gives +2 to the Venusaur. We're going to see Fake Out here. A huge critical hit into this Venusaur. That is big damage I don't think Boyd wanted to take. But now it remains to be seen, where will Incineroar go? It's just going to be an Earth Power +2. Incineroar goes down to the Earth Power. So Incineroar is down, and the Alomomola is down. Meanwhile, the Enamorous Therian and the Bronzong are down for the Venus Venusaur. So it'll be very interesting to see here. We're going to see Ambipom make another appearance onto the field, just trying to stall out these sun turns here, presumably. Make sure that the sun is gone. And we're going to see, I believe Fake Out was the move of choice here, and it is going to be Fake Out. This is Technician boosted. This is Silk Scarf. And it does enough! The Venusaur is down. So Venusaur is down. Torkoal is down. Bronzong is down. Enamorous Therian is down. It is down to the Roaring Moon and the Walking Wake, and we're gonna see the Roaring Moon come out here. Now this Roaring Moon does have access to the Choice Band, and because we see that the speed was heightened, that gives the appearance that it is a Jolly Nature Roaring Moon. So if Finfin realizes that, he knows that the Roaring Moon will be faster than his Ambipom, but at the same time, Incineroar just went down, so Roaring Moon can't be intimidated. Suddenly, any move that Boyd clicks here will do huge damage to whatever he wants on this turn. Ooh, this is going to be very interesting what happens here, because I believe Finfin wants to keep this Ambipom around just to keep that Fake Out pressure and stall out these last few turns of the sun here. And if Boyd can knock out at least 2 more Pokemon here, then Boyd will get at least 1 point in this battle. Meanwhile, Finfin, he does have 4 Pokemon left, but I don't know what's going to be coming in now. It's going to be that Glamora, who is asleep here. It's going to take those Stealth Rock damage, and Knockoff is the move of choice. Just knocking out the Glamora, 1-hit knockout. And also removing the Black Sludge, but also more importantly, this is not a Toxic Debris Glamora. This is a Corrosion Glamora. Very interesting, because now Finfin can't put anything on a timer, and this Roaring Moon can still just go for any move it wants right now. something like a Choice Banded knockoff will do huge damage to any of Finfin's Pokemon here, even something like this Annihilate, who does have access to the Drain Punch, which is super effective into this Roaring Moon. Also, very important to note, this is the last turn of Sunlight. So once this turn goes, the sun is gone. Knockoff is the move of choice. Almost knocks off the Annihilate in one hit, but this Drain Punch coming out, and it's going to do huge damage, super effective damage to the Roaring Moon. Bring it just under 50% HP. But again, the Roaring Moon's photosynthesis is gone for the remainder of this battle. And by happenstance, Ambipom will now be faster than Roaring Moon. And all Boyd needs to do is knock out one more Pokemon here to secure at least 1 point in this Violet Conference battle. The problem is, with Knockoff doing as much as it did, I don't know if it can knock off and knock out this Annihilate from here. It'll be very interesting. We're going to see Knockoff come out. It will do enough. It will do enough. Annihilate is down. It is down to Iron Shreds and Ambipom left for the Palatown Paladins. No matter what here, the winner will get at least 2 points for the 2-0 or for the 3-0 or closer win, but both teams are guaranteed a point. So now it remains to be seen. I believe Iron Shreds probably goes down to a knockoff of its own right, but if it survives and it can get off a Rapid Spin here, Iron Shreds will be faster. We're going to see Knockoff comes out, and Iron Shreds survives on 25 HP. Here's the Rapid Spin. The speed boost is going to come out, but more importantly, the rocks are gone. So now Roaring Moon will not be faster than this Iron Shreds. Another Rapid Spin, just making sure that it's faster than someone like a Walking Wake in the back with a Choice Scarf. Roaring Moon is down. It is down to Walking Wake versus the Iron Shreds and the Terra Normal Ambipom. And here's Walking Wake. It comes out here. Does have access to Hydro Steam. It does have access to Sunny Day. So it could even go for a Sunny Day here and try to be faster. We're just going to see Earthquake come out here, doing over 50% damage. Another knockoff coming out, just putting the Iron Shreds down for the count. And it's going to be this Ambipom versus Walking Wake. Oh my god. And because the Ambipom has access to the Silk Scarf, the Terra Normal, the Fake Out, one final move. Here comes the Fake Out on the first turn that Ambipom is out. Walking Wake is faked out, and it is down. And with that, the Palatown Paladins with a close 1-0 victory over the Venus Venusaur, getting 2 points for the Palatown Paladins, and the Venus Venusaur get 1 point because they lost 1-0. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a match. That was a match.
That was a huge match right there, dude. Congratulations on the win. We do have one of our competitors here. We do have Finfin in the call right now. As you guys did see, it was on his end of the battle. So, Finn, I want to ask you, how was the Ambipom essentially your win con in this battle? I mean, it was doing absolutely crazy.
Yeah, one of the big things that I was trying to focus with this was the fact that Bronzong was their only normal resist without Terra. So if that thing goes down, Fake Out for a lot of the Mons is actually doing close to 50%. And so with its natural speed, clicking Double Edge when I need to or things like that just kind of went a long way. So it was just a matter of bringing it in cleanly, knowing that my Fake Out would guarantee me potential revenge, because Sun boosted Roaring Moon, Sun boosted Walking Wake, Chlorophyll, Venusaur, absolutely terrifying to try and deal with. So having that priority to do both big damage but also waste sun turns was huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting rid of those sun turns, I guarantee when you saw that the Torkoal came out and activated Drought, you're just like, okay, I need to figure out, is this 5 turns or is it 8 turns? And you played absolutely incredible with these sun turns there. Getting those fake outs, just stalling out. And you even stalled out Trick Room as well. Now, when you saw how much damage that Choice Specs Terra Fairy and Amorous Therian did on Alomomola, what was your first reaction outside of, oh damn, that's Specs?
Well, my first in hindsight, my reaction is I need to enter calcs into the damage calculator a lot faster because that cost me my Alomomola. That did a lot more damage than I was expecting because I was max HP, max special defense, AV. The big thought process is Alola Mola could be a safe switch into Walking Wake, potentially click, say, Mirror Coat, and just revenge a lot of things. And so when I saw how much damage it did, I'm like, is that just because of the Terra boost or is that specs? I found out specs, and by the time I went to go try and swap in, I was too late. And my thought was, okay, I'm going to swap in my Incineroar. It'll be a sack, but then I can bring in my Fake Out Mon. And the main reason I was okay with sacking Incineroar is they only brought Roaring Moon as a physical attacker, so I didn't need Intimidate as much. But I was too slow.
Yeah, just a little slow there, because you did time out, and that's when it was just like, okay, he probably was just like, you know what, this is Specs, so something's taking a big hit here. It'd be nice if I could. It'd be nice if I could keep a Lomomola, but you were just like, well, you know, I think I can work around that and just make sure that if I keep Ambipom around, now I'll be completely transparent. I did not think Ambipom was gonna do as much as it did, but it really did. I mean, it knocked out the Enamorous, it knocked out the Walking Wake, and I think, if I remember correctly, didn't it knock out the Venusaur too?
I believe so because I came in and was able to get the revenge with the Fake Out, which I was very fortunate about because if that Venusaur would have lived, then it gets dicey that I'm probably having to sack another Mon. And I think what really saved me was the fact that the Venusaur was Life Orb, I believe. I saw the damage tick down on that, and then I think I saw this, and then Walking Wake I know was Life Orb. I just can't remember if I saw damage tick when the Venusaur attacked. I think I did, but if that was the case, I think the Life Orb is actually what put both those Mons into guaranteed Fake Out range, because if they didn't, I think it was a roll / teetering they live.
Makes sense.
Because, like, just for context, my Earthquake, if they had no defensive investment on the Walking Wake, on a high end did 55%, and Fake Out on the Walking Wake does on a high end 55%, so it kind of gets into a roll type situation there, but the Life Orb, I think, made it the guarantee.
Well, that's understandable. And then also, I gotta ask, but I assume because there's a Bronzong on the field, I have a idea why. But was that the reason Glamora was Corrosion this week over?
Yeah, that was the entire reason it was Corrosion. Hey, Boyd.
Yeah. Oh man.
Great game. That came down to the wire. I was just telling him I think the only reason I got the Venusaur Fake Out kill and the Walking Wake, that Life Orb chip was huge for me.
Yeah, I don't like the item. I've never been a fan of it. I like trying new things. I don't like Life Orb.
I'm not a huge fan either.
Well, also don't forget, Finn, you did get a critical hit on the Fake Out too, so.
The Incineroar Fake Out, right?
Oh.
Yeah, the Incineroar Fake Out being a crit. Let me go pull it back up, but I think it made it go from doing 18% to 25%, so it was an additional 8% roughly. Assuming there wasn't much investment on the Venusaur.
I mean, I don't think the Venusaur had much investment, so to speak, because, I mean, it's a Life Orb set, so it probably was just you know, hey, here's my speed, here's my special attack. Try to stop me in the sun.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely terrifying. That's why I had to bring 2 fake out mons. Is I needed damage and I needed to stall those sun turns out. I was so happy you stayed in with the Torkoal when I clicked that power gem. I'm like, he's probably staying in thinking I'm switching to keep this thing alive. Power gem, unless it's a weird set, should just drop this Torkoal, and I need sun to go away now.
Oh, dude, I didn't think you were gonna switch out. I clicked Earth Power. I was trying to kill it.
Yeah.
I was
So
trying
because Bronzong was dead, I had no reason for the Glamora. Glamora's entire thing was I'm going to set up hazards and bait in the Bronzong to come in on it. At which point I clicked Toxic because I was Corrosion.
I didn't know what the math was. I was just like, I might live, probably, maybe. I didn't.
I mean,
I clicked,
speaking of VGC brain for this one, boy, I know Meteor Beam will KO a Torkoal from a Glamora, but I didn't think Power Gem would. Admittedly, I did not think Power Gem could.
So I was
Hey,
max special attack.
sometimes.
Yeah, so I was max special attack on the Glamora, timid for the speed. But yeah, if Torkoal doesn't have any investment, it's doing 126 to 150%, and if it's just max HP, then it's doing 103 to 120. So it depends on how much SPDEF you also put into it. So unless you were running either an AV set, which I've seen before, or you had a ton of SPDEF at max HP, it was dropping there.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, no, that turn that it was a Loma Mola versus an Amorous where I clicked Moonblast and you stayed in and died. I lost my controller. I had cracked open a beer and I set it down and I forgot where I set it down. I fucking panicked, dude. It took me 30 seconds to find it. I clicked my move and you still hadn't clicked your move and I was like,
yeah, I timed out on that one. I screwed up typing in the calc, and before I knew it, the time disappeared because I couldn't.
Oh my God.
And so that I was planning on switching Incineroar in there and saving the Alola Mola, but.
Oh, dude, I started throwing my shit around my room. I was like, it's under my shirt. It's under my sock. Where the fuck did I put my controller?
Where is my super suit?
Oh my God, dude, I'm so baked.
Well, hold on, Finn. Just because I've been listening to one of my podcasts, because they actually just did this because they were talking about somebody who was high as a kite. So this is Boyd right now.
Oh man, I wish I could hear.
Yeah, I was say you just cut out there. I think you might have gone an octave too high.
Yeah, I was like, I'm high, yep. I'm so big.
Oh man, I had a little Oreo ice cream cake during that. I'm fucking chilling. Oh man, I'm about to play the fuck out of my ROM hack. It's so fucking dumb.
Well, I mean, now you can play the ROM hack, and you can get ready for some more battles. We got a battle tomorrow that's going to be very fun here. I mean, Boyd, you did lose, but you did get a point, which is absolutely impressive.
How the fuck did I get a point?
You only lost by one mon. Amapon was the only one that survived.
Did I get a point last week?
No.
No, you didn't.
It's 2-0, and if you lose by 2 or less, you get a point. So last week you lost by 3, so you didn't get any.
Hooray.
Yeah, so you are currently 0-2, but you're -1 on so you have 1 point now, and you're -4 in the differential.
Yeah, dude, I'm mad.
Well, it's only week 2, and you're getting used to the new team now that you've got Walking Wake instead of Bundle.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, I'm definitely still like last place. I just meant the rank. I was like, I'm probably still 6th.
It's long season left, though. I've seen crazier comebacks.
Hey, listen, if there's one thing that's true about me, we rally.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, real quick. I'm trying to do the stats here. Enamorous got the kill on the Alola Mola.
Yes.
Did it also kill the Incineroar?
Uh,
No, Venusaur did.
No, that was Venusaur.
No, that was my baby.
Okay, did Venusaur get 3 kills? As I'm trying to go through, Annihilate died to Roaring Moon, Iron Treads died to Walking Wake, Glamora died to Venusaur.
We can just say it was Venusaur.
Yeah, and then Alola Mola. I think Venusaur got 2 kills. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh man, let's just make it 3.
No, because that would give you 6 kills on the match, and you only got 5.
Oh wait, hold on. Who got the other 3? Oh right, fucking Moon. Okay, yeah, Moon earned it.
Moon got a kill on the Annihilate. Walking Wake got a kill on the Iron Treads. Enamorus got a kill on the Alola Mola, and Venusaur got a kill on, I believe, the Glamora and the Incineroar.
Okay, yeah, no, Moon earned it. My roaring chicken.
Yeah.
I love that chicken. That chicken's really good. The chicken is really fantastic.
Oh,
and then the other thing that we have to remember is that Bronzong died to its own.
Yep. No one got credit for that kill. That was a good way to make sure Rock stayed up there.
It fucking nuked itself.
Yeah, that was absolutely a fun set with that one.
And I wish the move was Explosion, but beggars can't be choosers. I will take whatever.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got a point, so that's what helps out in the later stages.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, tight. This wasn't a total loss. Last week was a total loss, but not this one.
Yeah, but all you gotta do between now and
man, I forgot about the points.
Yep.
Yeah, but don't forget though, you have 6 more weeks now, Boyd and Finn, if you want. You have 6 more weeks to use your differential week now. So your differential will determine how many points you get or lose.
Yeah, I was not using the differential week against this week. The sun is just too scary and makes it too easy to potentially get swept.
It is. I'm just glad my baby got 2 kills. Both of my babies.
But yeah, no. If I did not have the Ambipom, I was cooked this week.
Yeah, no, that was a really good set, the Terra Normal Fake Out Ambipom. I was afraid of the Terra Fairy Kilowattrel. I didn't want to do the math on the monkey, so I just fucked around and found out.
Yeah, I just threw Silk Scarf on it to boost its thermal attacks because Bronzong was your only normal resist, and so I'm like, Fake Out's just free. There's no ghost type.
Oh man, I like to do that with Regieleki Silk Scarf and Explosion and Extreme Speed. All right. If somebody didn't watch this stream, let me know, and then I'm gonna use that strategy on them.
I won't lie, I was scared of Regieleki, but if I didn't have Iron Treads, I feel like it was too good into me.
It is. Everybody has a ground type. Everybody is very prepared for Regieleki, but I do feel like the presence of Regieleki necessitates that you bring your ground type. I do think it makes planning for matches easier because I'm just like, okay, yeah, the Treads is coming. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, it was more the fact that it was both ground, and then because I know its other moves are all normal, it's like, all right, my steel resists it. Like the only thing that's better against, I think, Regieleki would be why am I blanking on it? It's the ghost ground type.
Golurk.
Golurk, that's the one. Thank you.
Oh, fuck off! Really? Wait, there's probably not any other ghost ground types. That's probably why I got it right.
I think it's that evolution line that I'm thinking of.
What is it? What does it do?
No guard dynamic punch.
No guard is really good for it. It's got poltergeist, which is very solid. Polisand's another one. Polisand's another one. Yeah, right as Play put it in there, I remembered it. Polisand. But yeah, Golurk Snow Guard is absolutely huge. It's got a great attack stat of like 124.
Yo, is that draftable in Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
Polisand? Yeah.
Or Golurk is.
Golurk?
Yeah, let me check and see where it's at.
No, it's not. Well, no, my bad.
Yeah, it's an
Canyon
E tier.
Biome, Chargestone Cavern, Polar Biome.
Yeah,
and then 5 or 6 star Terra raids.
He's an E tier mon.
Oh, I see. Maybe I drop Defog.
I was hoping so much you would bring Defog today.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint your little fucking competitive looking ass Kilo Wattrell. Fuck that, Lando.
I was thinking more the Defiant Annihilate.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, so I am curious about something. What was your nature on your walking wake?
Modest.
Okay.
No, it was timid, but it was still higher special attack.
How much speed on it with timid?
343, faster than your tread.
340. No, it was more of a question of whether or not Ambipom would have outsped if Fake Out didn't kill at the end.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because Ambipom normally outspeeds, but I went adamant. So if you would have lived the Fake Out, I think Wake wins.
Oh man, I should have protect. Oh well.
Yeah,
Well, it is what it is. But like I was saying, Boyd, now that your guys' match is now in the books, you guys can be ready for the big game. The game tomorrow between me and Addy, which, boy, am I afraid of that match.
It'll be a good one, but yeah, as Talon's saying, the remainder of the week we have a match early tomorrow morning between Talon, between Talon, the Atlanta Talon Flames versus Addy, the London Shockwave. That is at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Casters on that are still to be decided. And then after that, later in the day, the Roman Polions are taking on the San Diego Patricio, and that will be at 7 p.m. That one, more information to come. We are talking through options because I don't think we're going to have most of our casters available for that.
I wonder why most of our casters wouldn't be available tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yep, and then Tuesday, to round out the week, we will be having the Boston Red Rocks taking on the Canadian Cellular Ledges. So more to come, but we appreciate you all stopping in for this match. It was a fantastic one. Boyd, pleasure as always.
Yeah, boy. You too.
But with that said, we will go ahead and send it off. So as you go into the rest of your weekend, just remember, whatever you do in life, just have fun with it. Thanks again, and we will see you later. Take care.